What's up, guys? Gamers Goon here today with your Monday Night Raw review. So, the show opened off with a match between John Cena and Jason Jordan, which was announced earlier on in the day via the WWE app and network. So, Jason Jordan here, he tries to go with a amateur wrestling style against Cena. He wrestles him to the mat. Cena then would have a takedown on Jordan, and then Jordan would make a comeback for a second, and then he would go again and he'd out wrestle Cena. It was a very amateur feeling match at the beginning. They go back and forth. Jordan hits a couple suplexes on Cena. Cena comes back with a shoulder tackle. Jordan hits a couple drop kicks on Cena, near count. Then Cena ends up taking Jordan down, hitting a 5-knuckle shuffle. Jordan at first blocks the attitude adjustment and gets close to count. And then Cena would put the STF in the middle of the ring on Jason Jordan. Jordan would break free, and this is where Jordan would end up putting Cena in a crossface. Cena got out of that. Jordan then would block another attitude adjustment for a Northern Lights suplex. Cena kicks out. Then Jordan would go with the big shoulder in the corner. Jordan would then pull down his straps of his ring attire like Kurt Angle does. And then Cena would the attitude adjustment onto Jason Jordan. And John Cena would pick up the victory here in this match. Alright, so what's happening with Jason Jordan? I don't know if anybody knows what's going on with him, or if not. But first off, Jason Jordan doesn't have much charisma until he does the Kurt Angle spot where he pulls down the straps of his singlet. But what's happening with him? I thought he was going to get pushed, and he's not getting pushed at all. He's actually being beat by a lot of people. He's been beat by The Miz on a number of occasions. He's lost the Battle Royal, and now he lost to John Cena, so it doesn't make much sense to me. But then, after the match, we have Roman Reigns come out, and Roman Reigns and Cena continuing from last week with their promos. So a lot of the crowd here was behind Cena, and as anticipated, Roman Reigns had a lot of boos coming his way. So Reigns said he had a question for Cena. He asked if Cena was as good as if he's as good as he says he is. Why does it take a 16-time champion over 20 minutes to beat a rookie? Then Reigns went on to say, maybe you were just waiting so that you could just snatch it away from the new guy. So, crowd didn't care too much about what Reigns had to say. Cena said that Reigns was just a Debbie Downer and says he's disgusted by Reigns' whole thing. Cena says that it's the worst thing a guy like him could try to undo right now, and he needs to use his brain. Cena goes on and points out that Reigns came out with his zipper down. Throwing a little jab at Reigns there. And then he said he was just looking for the balls of Roman Reigns, which he doesn't have any. And Cena talks about how he will beat Roman Reigns at No Mercy. Cena then said the only question that Roman will have after No Mercy is, how did this happen to me? Then he said that the know-it-all boy that needed to be taught a lesson about respect. Cena gave props to the guys like Jason Jordan, The Miz, Finn Balor, all those guys. So it was a good promo there by Cena. It definitely wasn't anywhere near the caliber promo that he cut last week. And with Roman Reigns, like Cena said last week, he hasn't cut a half decent promo forever, and I don't think he will. As we all know, Cena way better on the mic than Roman. Obvious here, Roman Reigns can't hang with Cena on the mic or probably in the fan appreciation level too. Cena, I think, has a whole lot more charisma than Roman Reigns. People who don't like Roman Reigns and want to boo him, but even when John Cena was the guy, a lot of people still booed him, but he still had the charisma behind him. So that was that. So next we had Cesaro and Sheamus versus Rhino and Slater. As we can all assume, they're going to give the tag team champions the victory over these two jobbers, which did occur. So after the match, they had a stare down with the tag team champions, two parts of the Shield, and that ended that segment. And they eventually came out during the Shield's match later on in the evening, but we're going to get to that in a moment. Next, we had the Intercontinental title match with Jeff Hardy and The Miz. Miztourage and Matt Hardy both got ejected pretty early on in the match. Miz, he actually put on a pretty good match with Jeff. I did enjoy it. It was interesting. It did make sense, and Miz got a victory. Miz got a victory without cheating. He blocked the twist of fate, which I was surprised on. I thought Hardy had it. He ended up hitting the skull crushing finale, beat him 1, 2, 3. No gimmicks attached, nothing to leave on the table. He just beat Jeff Hardy clean. I did like that. Really deserves better. Then, of course, the Maurice came down and they celebrated. Then they looked back at Alexa Bliss winning the title. Then we had Nia Jax walk in on Kurt Angle, saying that she wonders how Sasha gets a title shot before her because she's done more than Sasha in the recent memory. Kurt says it's Sasha's contractually obligated title shot. Then she goes on about how her opportunities have been taken from her, and then Emma walked in and says, according to Twitter, people weren't talking about her last week, but they were talking about Emma. Hashtag give Emma a chance. Nia threatens Emma and Angle. And, well, Angle's like, you know what? If you both want a match at the women's title, this is what you're going to have to do. You and you are going to team together here tonight. And you are going to fight Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss. So, obviously, that leads into the match later on in the evening. Then we had a great best segment of the year, golden segment. We interviewed a referee. Yes, a referee got interviewed. The referee was asked about how they're going to stop what happened last time between Braun Strowman and The Big Show, how they're going to change it. He said that this time they double reinforced the ring. He said that he was there last time and it was a monstrous moment and he definitely didn't expect it coming. All of it. I don't know why we had John Cone interviewed, but you know what? It was something new, something fresh. I liked it. I liked the new perspective, something we haven't seen before, up to a ref instead, which is kind of interesting to me. But anyways, that's what we got there. Next we had Drew Gulak, Tony Nese, Noam Dar versus Enzo Amore, Cedric Alexander, Grand Metalik. Boy, oh boy, has Enzo lost his touch on the mic. Usually when Enzo's on the mic, I want to listen. Usually when Enzo's on the mic, I care what he has to say. Usually when Enzo's on the mic, it makes sense. But last night's promo, he talked about Cedric Alexander the Great. He talked something about Grand Metalik that I didn't understand. And he talked about himself. He talked about how he makes money. I didn't care for Enzo last night. I couldn't stand him. I didn't think he was cutting a good promo. I didn't really care what Enzo had to say. And then Enzo went on to pick up the win in a cheap way. He raked the eyes of Drew Gulak. He hit his finisher, which I don't even know what it is, but it is a ugly finisher. He wraps his arm, pulls his head into his face. It looks terrible. I don't like it. I don't think Enzo is ready to be a singles competitor. And I don't think Enzo should have left his tag team simply because he is not proving himself to be good either way on the mic and in the ring as a singles competitor. I don't think Enzo makes much sense right now. I think his direction is completely stupid. Next, we had Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss in the backstage area. Bliss said that she didn't like the situation they were in tonight either. Sasha says, we all know Bliss needs her tonight because the chance of her losing the title at No Mercy goes up if there's 2 more competitors in the match. They said that they have a chance, or they have words, and Bliss tells Sasha to check her boss ego and leave it at the door tonight because she is the champion, and Sasha says that she'll be victorious tonight. And then Sasha will make her scream at No Mercy when she makes her tap out to the bank statement. Next, we had Finn Balor coming on out. He said, he cut a promo. Biggest thing coming out of this promo is he said, Bray Wyatt, I thought I could get rid of you, but I realized I can't. The thing about me is I don't run from my demons because the truth is sometimes I become them. Obviously referring to the Demon Balor. Bray Wyatt comes up on the intercom. He's just like, hey, yo, ha ha ha, I'm here. Anyways, Finn, you're not as good as you think you are. You've been living a life of a lie. Bray's also one that's lost his touch on the mic. The best thing that Bray said last night probably was, you didn't beat me, the demon did. How about you face me man to man at No Mercy? He kept repeating No Mercy, and I was just like, I already know where this is going. And then it became true. So, obviously, they still want to go in that direction. Don't know why. I thought that was a perfect way to end the feud. Demon overcoming the big, the Eater of Worlds. So I don't understand why they're continuing that feud. Doesn't make much sense to me. But, I mean, if Balor gets the win, it won't mean too much. But if Balor gets to lose, then it makes sense for them to have another match. So he can be like, I'm the demon, blah, 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 blah. I don't understand why they would do that. Makes completely no sense, but it makes sense at the same time. I don't think they should have the rematch in the first place, but what is there for Balor and Wyatt both to do on their own? Next, we had the tag team match of Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss, Emma, and Nia Jax. This one, we saw some heated moments between Sasha and Alexa when it came to tagging each other in. They had a couple stare downs in the match. There was a point in the match where Emma was in there, and Sasha and Alexa were doing a good job cutting the ring off together, not allowing Emma to get over and tag in Nia, but eventually Nia got in, and Sasha made the hot tag to Alexa. They had a stare down, they both screamed. Nia completely goes right over Alexa Bliss. Then, obviously, Emma would then come in after Nia. She did one of those, what is it called? The leg drop that she does. The running leg drop off the ropes. Bounces off the ropes, leg drop. I was going to say a hip attack, but I don't know why. But then Emma, she tagged herself in while Nia. And Emma comes in there. She picks up the win. And then they raise their hands together. Emma goes to shake the hand of Nia Jax. Nia Jax shakes her hand back, pulls her in, picks her up. Samoan drop there from Nia Jax, leaving Emma left in the ring by herself. Next, we had Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins in a match against Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the Club. As you can see, And as you would assume, the Shield would win. Not too much to go on there. Then we had the steel cage match between Big Show and Braun Strowman. This match went 15 minutes over the 10 o'clock time here in Central Time Zone. It was interesting. Braun Strowman started off. He kept ramming the Big Show. He had Big Show on the outside ropes. He kept running into Big Show right into the steel. There were some great moments. There was the headbutt. I like that moment. There was a moment where Big Show shoved Braun down. He was on the top rope. Big Show goes for a big elbow. Crowd goes crazy. We haven't seen Big Show on the top rope for quite some time. Then we had Big Show trying to climb up. Braun comes up there, tries to stop it. And we then had Big Show on the top again. Braun gets him. He hits him with a what did he hit him with? What did he hit him with? His running slam. And the Big Show then had a moment where he choke slammed Braun. A lot of hard hitting moves. Braun Strowman then he would pin the Giant Man after another running power. Strowman would win after the match. Braun Strowman would sit there for a little bit. He was about to leave. Picks up the Big Show, rams Big Show into the side of the steel cage. Steel cage busts right in half. Big Show goes right through it. Braun Strowman holding his arms up in the air, yelling Braun as Raw went off the air. I really liked the steel cage match. I don't know if it's because I just enjoy steel cage matches in general or if it was because it was actually a good match. You can tell me. But I did think Big Show and Braun, obviously, they do have chemistry. It makes sense. They're both big guys. They both make sense in the ring together. I did enjoy that. And if you guys enjoyed that too, make sure you click the like and the subscribe button. And make sure you leave a comment down below on your thoughts of Monday Night Raw. Anyways, it's been Gamers Goon. Thank you guys for watching my Monday Night review, and I am out.